If the road runs out, we'll follow the sound. If the scoreboard flips, we'll still stick around. Names in the paper, faces in the frame. Different little towns, but we bring the same flame.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Town Tavern right here in Louisville, Ohio. DJ Yoakley with you alongside Braylon Hurd, Sammy the Bull Torres, and the Professor Greg McAfee joining you here live from Louisville, not Louisville like it is down south in Kentucky. We're in Louisville. Rob Johnson on the ones and twos here as well. You saw him driving the bus on the new intro, so we're excited to be with you. We got a great show for you. Of course, we're going to have all the picks for you. We're going to talk about last week, the surprises, the disappointments, the exciting part of what could be in a 2026 season. And we got a lot of interviews for you. We got Hall of Famers, we got head coaches, we got quarterbacks, and we got the big uglies right here from Town Tavern. So we are going to start things, guys. Last week, incredible. Across the board, when you think about how good football was, not just to have back, but we saw some good football. We saw some ugly football. We saw some good football. What kind of, got your goat, so to speak? What got you excited? What kept you rolling? What got you has you just as excited in week 2?
I think getting to travel all the way out to South Euclid, catching Lakeside on the upswing. I talked to Coach Terry Henton before the season started, and he said, game 1 this year is going to matter more than any other game that they played in the last decade. They were able to go out there, and I think what really got me going was not only them getting the win, but winning in a defensive battle, 14-7 being the final in that one when defense was like a dirty word for Lakeside last year. They changed it up, so that was great to see.
Greg?
I love the surprises. I love the history that you see made on week 1. I mean, you had Salem upset Poland over there at Poland Seminary High School, and then you had Youngstown. The Defenders get their first win in program history there of the new era, Cheney East merging and everything like that. So things like those, make you want to bring back. What's week 2 going to bring this year?
Bray, you and I got to sit through an interesting game on Thursday, and then an absolute just destroyer of a game on Friday. What caught your attention?
Yeah, South Range, man, clicking on all cylinders. Ton of great athletes. I mean, defensively, offensively, just looked amazing. So that game was pretty fun. And again, just like Greg said, a lot of changes throughout the area with these teams. There's a lot of transfers, a lot of new things, that we got to see week 1, and week 2 should be a lot of fun as well.
Week 2 should be a lot of fun. I mean, some of these games we got, guys, are there any games right off the jump that have your attention, like have captivated you, and you're saying, okay, this makes or breaks a season in just week 2?
Listen, hold on to your hats, folks, but I do have a game that is really sticking out on the schedule for me. And believe it or not, it's an Ashtabula team.
No!
But, I'll tell you, honestly, the game tomorrow with Lakeside and Geneva has become so interesting to me. This is a game where Geneva went out there and struggled in week 1. I think a lot of people are writing Geneva off. I'm not doing that. Shaker Heights is a very, very good football team. But I'm interested more to see how does this Lakeside defense line up against this run-heavy Geneva offense that's actually trying to find a little bit of a new identity, pass the ball a lot more in week 1 than I would have anticipated. It's the war for 84 in Ashtabula, and I'm pumped for it.
You know, you look at the schedule next week. There's a couple of things that pop out, but one of them that's most interesting to me, Mineral Ridge United. I mean, these are 2 teams that were at the top of their conferences last season, and they have an early season battle here. Both 1-0. Who's going to get the first loss of the season?
2 coaches that know each other very well. Andy used to be in the EOAC, and now he goes against DJ Ogilvy. And that could be a huge game down the stretch because both teams are D6.
Yeah.
Bray, what's got your attention week 2?
That Brookfield and Springfield game. You know, me being the running back guy, I seen that Alex Caldwell had 265 rushing yards.
Yep.
Week 1.
Yep.
I think Brookfield had a hands full in week 2. I think he's going to look to go for another 200 yards. So
You got Caldwell, you got Rico Smith on the other side for Brookfield. That is going to be a running back game. But last week, you talk about Brookfield, they only gave up 7 points to Hubbard, which surprised a lot of people.
Yep.
Defense, we talked about it right off the top of the show. We didn't expect that. We expected offense. When the temperatures cool down, that's when we expect defense to step up. For you guys, it blew my mind seeing some of those low scores and some of these games. Brookfield probably more than anybody, not surprising, but just like first time in 28 years, they're able to win the Clark Trophy. That's huge.
Yeah, especially when you have defense early in the season. When it's clicking early, I mean, we saw a defensive battle down there for the Spaghetti Bowl between Lisbon and Antonio last.
That's what you want to call
week.
it.
And Coach Meek talking afterwards. They ended the season last year by playing defense, and to see that in week 1 is always a positive note for a coach. And you got to see if he can continue it the rest of the year.
We're going to take a break. We come back. We got a lot of interviews for you. We're going to lose Braylon for a bit, but we'll get him back, I promise. So we'll probably take a hit in the ratings for a little bit. We got Trevor Burek, senior captain, joining us. His dad, a Hall of Famer, Bob Burek, going to join us as well. Coach Atkins and quarterback 1, QB1, Cody Zaylor will join us as well, right here live from the Town Tower in Louisville for Zone Coverage presented by Youngstown Clothing Company. Roll that beautiful bean footage, Robert.
First thing that really struck me was, of course, the passion the YSN team had of sports. But what really stood out was the respect they seem to show every program in the area. There seemed to be no bias, and I truly admired that. You got to work hard for what you get. You're not going to win a beauty contest around here. You got to put the work in northeastern Ohio, and YSN certainly does that and kind of personify the area. My name is Super Dave O'Malley, and my sports network is your sports network.
Can you feel it? Carstock is bringing good vibrations and great savings to #1 Cochrane Nissan. Find the vehicle you love, get a groovy price, and enjoy the trip. Lease a 26 Nissan Altima for as low as $264 a month. Or drive home in a 26 Nissan Sentra lease from only $299 a month. Or lease a 26 Nissan Rogue for only $335 a month. Now at #1 Cochrane Nissan Boardman.
Thank you, Robert. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Town Tavern right here in Louisville, Ohio. DJ Oakley, Sam Torres, Greg McAfee. Guy behind. Yeah, that's old Bobby. Bobby Blue Eyes back there doing the good stuff, the ones and twos. Rob Johnson, the legend of Louisville. We are joined by another legend of Louisville, both in legacy and his stature. Ladies and gentlemen, senior captain Trevor Burek joins the show. And you're a grizzled vet at this point, man. I think every time YSN comes through Louisville, you're on in some
Oh,
capacity.
yeah.
You used to be behind the camera, you used to do all this stuff. Your senior campaign obviously hasn't started out the way you wanted to. You had an injury, just got cleared. We're super excited for that. See you back on the field. For you, that mental gymnastics, that adversity you have to go through, how tough has it been for you, and how excited are you to get back on the gridiron?
Well, I mean, I had an ankle injury at the end of last year, and I got to go to a rehab guy named Caleb Coe, and it made it a lot easier knowing him, and I was able to go back to him for my knee, and I mean, he's good at what he does, so knowing him and being able to go back to him made it like a lot easier to come back confident to play on it. So,
Is there a difference between the leadership that you've been able to bring to the table this year as opposed to years past, just because you are a senior and people look at you different?
I mean, yeah, there's definitely a factor there because you're the oldest guy on the field, so everyone's looking at you. But even last year, I mean, it was my third year starting, so I mean, all the young guys kind of were trying to follow after me because I've experienced it for 3 years. So
This is going to be a cool week for you. Not just you, your family. Papa Bear's going in as a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you? What does that mean to the fans?
I mean, it kind of just shows like, I guess where I get it from. In a sense. Not just.
Like father, like
He's
son.
going in as a skill guy.
Yeah, that is true.
Are you talking to Coach Atkins about, hey, this could be a special time to really unveil the secret weapon of my skills?
I mean, I've had a trick play and it didn't go very well, but I got hit pretty hard at South Range. We ran a tackle throwback and I didn't go well.
Them Raiders, they come
yeah.
prepared. Last question before I turn it over to the boys. I mean, the recruitment thing's been happening for a long time for you. It's been a long road. Obviously, you're not there yet. Haven't picked anybody. Still open for D1 offers, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, if you're out there, coaches, we're going fishing. For you, what's it been like? You know, what have been the triumphs and tribulations?
I mean, it's been a little difficult. A lot of schools have changed coaching staffs, especially O-line coaches. So, I mean, to a point, it kind of restarts. And then with my injury, I wasn't necessarily 100% for like some of the summer camps that I went to. So, I mean, it's been a little bit more difficult, but good 3 weeks here and I'll be fine.
Yes.
You know, coming into this year as a senior, you talk about the fact you're a 3-year starter already. You know, you play in probably the most unsung position on the field. What are you telling these young guys who are looking to you as somebody with so much experience and how to stay locked in? Because out here with the program, you know, expectations are high.
I mean, I think a lot of guys are nervous, and I always tell them, like, after the first play, you're not nervous anymore. All you gotta do is hit someone. So, I mean, kind of getting over the nervous hump is the biggest thing, because obviously when you're nervous, you're not gonna perform. So it's a lot about just not being nervous.
What's been that mental prep for you like? I mean, obviously being injured, but kind of still staying locked in on the sideline when you can.
The center that came in is a junior. He's never got to play. So week 1 was his first game.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I watched a lot of film with him, trying to walk him through some things and different ways to beat certain moves or whatever, and then kind of reviewing nose guards and tackles just to kind of point out what they want to do and what they're leaning towards. So just trying to help him film-wise because I couldn't do a lot physically. So
Obviously you want to be out there. Was that kind of a role, you know, being able to coach a little bit, being able to help the younger players? Is that something you enjoy doing in a way?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I got to wear a headset here and there, talk to the offensive coordinator. So
Coach Barrett!
There you go.
figure
Did they let you call play?
no.
Oh, come on. What play would you have called? What's your favorite play in the playbook?
Trap.
Shocker.
Imagine
Lineman
that.
wants a trap. We're all stunned by that.
Yeah.
Wasn't the Hail Mary. This year, obviously, a lot of expectations in this program. New coach, some new pieces here and there. What are your expectations for yourself, this team?
I think we all have the same expectation. We have returned, especially as an O-line room, we returned all 5 O-linemen. We were all juniors and sophomores last year. So
Big, by the way. Big.
I think we
linemen.
average 6'2", 270 almost.
Average.
Yeah,
And the tallest is 6'8", correct?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you are 6'.
6'3".
Have you ever thought you'd be here? Like,
No, not really.
I live here. I live here, right? We were talking about the Walt Disney Experience when my son Z wanted to be on my shoulders for the fireworks, and I said, you might want to knock on Trevor's door over there. But in all seriousness, when you think about the expectations you have for this team, state championship or bust, or is this we're gonna do everything we can one game at a time?
It's definitely one game at a time. Obviously, the end goal is to win a championship, but you can't do it if you don't win the game in front of you. So it's one game at a time. I mean, if you look ahead of our schedule, we have almost a Federal League schedule, but Ursuline is next. So, I mean, yeah, we have a tough schedule, but we have a tough game tomorrow that we have to win first before we can ever worry about the other games.
Are you gonna have jitters tomorrow going into your first game of your senior season?
I don't think so. It'll be my 32nd game of my career.
Nobody's counting.
No
Though.
big deal.
Something slight.
Nobody's counting. Trev, I know that you've got dudes back at your place that are swimming and eating. Let's get you out of here. Cannot thank
Perfect.
you enough.
Yeah.
You're
Thank
the
you.
best.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Trevor Burek from Louisville. We'll be back right after this with his papa, Bob Burek, Hall of Famer, right after this. Roll it,
The
Rob.
environment in the hospital can be very intense for a patient. Being able to put a smile on their face brightens up my day. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is nursing. What I love about studying nursing is that it takes you out of the classroom and into the lab. It's really hands-on. The professors here push you to be your absolute best, so if you want it, you gotta work hard for it. I am so excited about my future. I'm Shantiana and I am why I'm proud.
Dependable. Sporty. Tough. Stylish. At Greenwood Chevrolet, we're experts on the vehicles we sell because we embody them. Every quality that you love about the Chevrolet lineup is reflected in our team.
And we show it by going the extra mile every day.
Let us go the extra mile for you only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
A better night's sleep starts at Sleepy Hollow Sleep Shop. Discover luxury sleep solutions for any budget with a carefully curated gallery of premier mattresses from leading manufacturers, including Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Serta Perfect Sleeper, Beautyrest Black, and more, all under one roof. Plus, enjoy exclusive closeout savings on select mattresses up to 50% off. Free delivery, setup, and removal on most makes and models. Only at Sleepy Hollow Sleep Shop.
Sleepy Hollow, locally owned since 1979.
How did you sleep last night?
Look at that. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ville here at the Town Tavern. And DJ Yoakley, Sam Torres, Greg McAfee. We're joined by a very special guest, one of my best friends in the entire world. What an honor it is. You've heard him. You've seen him on YSN before. But now, forevermore, you will refer to him, as I will, as a Louisville Hall of Famer. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Burek joins the show.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Class of 1994. See? You're getting shout-outs.
Yeah, that's the man that got it done right there.
You got a cat call, everything.
Yeah, no.
Class of 94, you're going in, well-deserved. I mean, when you get the call, what's that like for you?
Actually, I was teaching and at the elementary school, and the guy he called me and he said, "Where you at?" And I said, "I'm in the gym." And he actually came in and told me. So it's kind of like the knock on the door that they do. It was pretty cool. So he came into the gym and told me Mark Sigler tracked me down there. So yeah, it was good. You know, I a long time ago heard a quote that team success is a prerequisite for personal success, and I played with so many good players on so many good teams that it made me look better than I was probably. But, you know, we had a lot of success as a team, and therefore we got a lot of accolades as individuals, and we had some really good players and some really good teams. So it was fortunate. And then to be able to do things with the stadium and with the baseball field and that kind of stuff, just giving back to the community and being able to kind of leave a legacy for some, you know, for the kids in the community. And so it's just been fun.
Louisville is special in the sense that you can feel that everybody that is from this community has so much pride in this community. Yeah. Every organization, every team, every whatever it may be. You're no different. Why is Louisville so special to everybody who comes through?
You know, it's it's weird. You get a lot. There's a lot of family names. Like you just over and over again, you hear, the Maddie family. Now we've got the Norris family. You got all the Adkins that came through. It's just there's always this kind of legacy of, dad played here, grandpa played here, brother played here, uncle played here, and it's just and once you kind of get here, it's just cool to be a part of, and and talk to guys that, Mike Norris is sitting over here, and he was, 8 years younger than me, but it's like we were brothers because he was part of it coming through after I was through, and I would come back and watch their games, and so it's just it's kind of a family thing. So
interestingly, when you talk about Hall of Fames, everybody always looks to them, but they never expect to get that call. For you, who were some of the people that you looked up to that you joined now into the Hall of Fame?
Honestly, it's kind of funny because our history, we were, Louisville football really good through the 60s and 70s, really strong, and even before that. And then the 80s were a tough time for us. We lost a lot of industry here. Enrollment dropped a lot, and we were still in the Federal League, which presented a big problem for us. So there was a period of time in the 80s, which was when I was a kid, where we would go to the games, and we were excited to be a part of it, but we were winning 3, 4, 2 games a year. And so there wasn't a lot of, there weren't a lot of superstars at that time. Mac Aljancic was playing. So he was a quarterback. So we all were kind of looking up to him, and the Libator family was playing. So the names you would hear there. But honestly, it was my teammates more than anything. And now I think, I didn't count before, but I bet you from the teams that I played on, there's probably 5 or 6 of us in the Hall of Fame now. So, so that's cool. And when you have a group of talented people to begin with, who all have the same goal and push each other, that's where it's fun. And I tell my kids all the time, and they don't believe me, like, we would have fist fights in practice because we were all the same person. We were all competitive. And then, we're hanging out that night eating pizza like it was no big deal, but it was nothing personal. It was just we were all so competitive and we wanted to win. And so, and it showed that, 90, 91, and 92, we were, the 3 years I was there, we were 29-1 in the regular season. So, we were just so competitive. We just did not want to lose at anything. So
I don't want to speak out of school here, but I would imagine that in the years to come, over the course of your life continuing to progress, you're going to see a few more Burecks in that Hall of Fame. Just a crazy suspicion.
We'll see.
What would that mean to you to be able to not just be in yourself? Because I know it's easy to say, I don't deserve this. It's my teammates, it's whatever, it's the people I surround myself. But to see potentially your kids go in for their accolades for who they are.
Yeah, no, it would be cool. I was telling the story the other day. The cool thing for me is, Davis played here, and I was nominated for the Hall of Fame when Davis was playing. My oldest son, wasn't fortunate enough to get in then. So to get in while Trevor will be in uniform, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And not to mention, Davis is getting married here in a couple months.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
He's still part of the equation.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you got for Bobby?
So you talked a little bit about all the different iterations that of Leopard football that you've seen and the culture here. Mm-hmm. You can't really write a better storybook ending than your son as a senior, you getting in the Hall of Fame. But what makes it more special than even those two things? Seeing him go out there and lead this Leopard team.
Yeah, it's a cool thing because, I was a skill player. My oldest son was a skill player. And you don't appreciate the offensive lineman. And I probably didn't while I was playing, to be honest with you. I was just like, hey, are you guys going to block anybody? And I was one of those guys. But to see Trevor kind of take in that role and just, it wasn't he's just a big kid. That's what he was his whole life. He's been that way his whole life. So, to see him, take over that role and to hear other players and other parents come to me and say, hey, Trevor, it really helps my son with this, or helps him with these play calls, or he's, just sees what's going on the field. So, to see him take control of the offensive line as the center position, is a pretty cool thing. And being able to start for 4 years, it's something that no one else has done here. He'll be the first 4-year starter ever in all of our history. So that's a pretty cool thing too.
That would have been nice to know about 10 minutes ago.
I'll tell you
again.
I'll tell you what, I would
So.
be remiss if I didn't take this chance to tell you that I got the honor, privilege of getting to meet your son last year, and getting to talk to him not only as a football player but as a young man. And as I've gotten a chance to talk to other guys and young guys in my area in Ashtabula, and they talk about the linemen and what it looks like and what it looks like to be successful. Your son is one of the ones who I always
Thank you.
bring up,
Thank
not just as a player, because I look at a kid who was giant and God gave him all these gifts, and he never takes, that for granted, and that speaks a lot to you. So I wanted to take.
Well, I
this minute to
appreciate
tell
that.
you that.
Yeah, and that's we talk about that in our house all the time. There's different classes of people. You have people who are given talent that don't use it, and they're successful a little bit, and then you have people who weren't given talent and they work their butts off and they're successful, and then you have the people who were given talent and they work their butts off, and those are the guys you see on Saturday and Sunday. So, where do you fall in that realm of people, and who do you want to be? So.
Well, I'm not sure exactly how to follow that. But I mean, you talk about all this team success that you had when you were in school. Are there any memories that pop out to you? Some of your favorites?
Man,
I mean,
there's
I
a
know
lot.
it's probably an endless list.
Oh, it is. There's a lot.
Carrying that loaf of bread and that picture.
Just, yeah. Well, it's funny when that picture was when they said you got to send a picture. I'm like, oh, this is the only picture there is, because it's how I played. I was reckless from the word go, and so punt return, holding the ball out in the air, just it was a perfect picture. But now so many memories. Just we had the first playoff win in school history in '92, or I'm sorry, in '91. 92, and then we won 2 more games. We had to go to played Youngstown. This is when the OHSAA was in neutral sites.
Okay.
We played Youngstown Cheney at Boardman Stadium, and we couldn't figure out how that was a neutral site.
We paid for it ever since.
and we beat them 34 to 18 that day. And then we lost to Fostoria in the regionals there, and they ended up. They had Damon Moore, who played for Ohio State, played in the league for a little while, and they were really good. But probably the biggest memory for me was quick story. We're playing Minerva week 10, my senior year. We're 9-0. They're like, I think they were 8-1 maybe, or 7-2, and we score late with maybe 40 seconds to go. We were losing to make it a 1-point game, and I was the kicker, and not a very good one. And I come over to the sidelines, and I'll never forget that we called timeout, and our coaches are huddling, and our head coach goes, they're figuring out what play we're going to run to go for 2, and our offensive line coach sticks his head in the huddle, and he goes, hey, they have overtime in high school football. And our head coach goes, no, we're going for the win. And we ran a slot option, and our quarterback just got lit up and pitched it to me at the last second. And so I got a 2-point conversion to go 10-0.
There you go.
So that was that one kind of sticks out. But just so many good guys, and some of them are here that I got to play with, and they're the guys that I still talk to every day. So.
Bob, we can't appreciate you enough. Congratulations on all your success, both as dad, as player, as family man, community man. I mean, you've done so much for
YSN
Louisville.
commentator. Come on, man.
I didn't want to throw that. I was giving you the accolades, not the downfall.
No, we appreciate. Listen, it's been a blessing to have you guys here, and not just here in Louisville, but everywhere. I hope that the kids today appreciate everything you guys do, because one day they'll be able to click on that computer and go back and look at all the things. Meanwhile, I've got these VHS tapes that I'm trying to figure out what to do with in the basement. But no, it really is. It's special what you guys are able to do and give it back to the kids. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day, because I'm 50. I'm on the downhill side. We got to keep the kids. We got to give the kids the opportunities.
You got to listen to that. I'm 50 from you and Uncle Chuck.
That's right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famer Bob Bure.
Thank you.
We'll be back right after this with more Zone coverage presented by Youngstown Clothing Company.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric, because we are everything electrical.
For over 100 years, Shriners Children's has delivered world-class pediatric care, orthopedics, burn treatment, cleft repairs, always free to families. The Youngstown Shrine Club proudly supports this mission and offers affordable hall and pavilion rentals for your next big event. Visit the youngstownshrineclub.org or call 330-301-7072. Shriners, helping kids live their best lives.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Town Tavern right here in Louisville, a.k.a. Theville, gentlemen. We know it oh so well. DJ Yokley, as well as Sammy the Bull Torres. We got Greg McAfee, Rob Johnson on the ones and twos. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring in QB1 of the Louisville Leopards. Getting his third start. Just what? Last Friday, so a week ago, you got your third start, and now he's QB1. He's zigging. He's zagging. Cody Zaylor is the man with the plan and joins us. Cody, I mean, see, you're getting heckled too. That wasn't Burek, by the way. When you think about what it means to suit up for the Leps, what does it mean to you in just your third start? Going to be your fourth start tomorrow.
Yeah, it's definitely a privilege. So coming over from East Canton, I mean, I knew coming over as a football town. I just knew that walking in, like it's a privilege to have that leopard on your helmet, on your jersey. So yeah,
there's a level of expectation everywhere you go with whatever you do. I think at a young age, Sam said it, baptism by fire a little bit. Yeah. When you have expectations for yourself, where do you set it? You set the bar high and try to meet it?
100%. Yeah, gotta set the bar as high as you can get it. So yeah, it's just as high as I think I can go is what I set it at. So
just a junior, right? So you were playing last year as a sophomore. Yeah. What is that like? I mean, is that like, how do you calm yourself down? Because the game had to be going so fast.
Yeah, I heard Trevor say it. The first play is rough. First play, like your adrenaline's through the roof. But I feel like after that, like you start getting in the pace of the game, and yeah, just like you evolve to the environment. I mean, you're waiting all day, all week for this moment, so you can't miss it.
I gotta imagine it's nice when you walk up to that line that you have in front of you and you go, okay, all right, these boys ain't well. I'm gonna be protected tonight.
Yeah, they're a huge part of our team. We couldn't do anything without them. I mean, we got 2 D1 linemen. Easy to run the ball behind, easy to pass behind. Gives me time to throw the ball, so can't do anything without them. And yeah, last week ran the crap out of the ball. Lucas and Neff had a great game and had a heck of a line. Yeah, so.
Well, I know you're a heck of a baseball player from what I hear. So being a multi-sport athlete in a town like this that literally will eat up every sport, they breathe it, they live it, they bleed it. For you to be a multi-sport athlete, QB1, stud baseball player, what else do you do? Juggle, magic tricks.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that like for you to be able to be kind of the guy in a town that you love so much?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's what I dreamed of. Like when I was little, like this is what I strived for. Like growing up, like all the practices I had for football, like this is like these next few years are like what I played for my whole life. So. I think it's.
I know you and I kind of have the same ties back to my hometown of East Palestine with the Rutledges.
Yeah.
For you, I know that it's a new era, boys. We've talked about it. You're constantly talking to guys on other teams, other districts, whatever. So, like, when you're having conversations outside of your own teammates, who are some of those guys that maybe you're competing against in your own mind, but you'll never see on the field?
I talked to a couple of guys, just like a couple buddies I have that play football, but after the games, I usually call my mentors, like some past quarterbacks, John Dorshek, Ted Street. I just talk to them. They talk to me what they're seeing on the field, what they think I can do better, and I just go from there and take all their advice in because they were both 2 heck of quarterbacks back then, and just take every ounce of advice I can get from them. So
Sounds like somebody I know back in East Palestine. Sammy, you got anything for him?
Yeah, DJ talked about how you guys have a metric ton in front of you on that line. But, not just, there's got to be a little bit of breathability there, not just because they're so big, but because of the leadership that they offer. Do you kind of lean into those guys to kind of keep you ready to go in the moment?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they definitely they lead the line. Like Trevor and Aiden, they both get our guys on the line ready to go. Like we had Owen Gotchel came in to start for us last week, and both of them did a heck of a job getting them prepared for the game, and he had a heck of a game. So yeah, they both lead the line real well.
You were able to obviously start those 2 games at the end of last year.
Yeah.
What were you kind of able to take away from those games and kind of apply, bring into this year to kind of ease the nerves a little bit? Did you learn anything from those 2 games that you could apply to your first start this year?
So going into those 2 games last year, I was really nervous. The game was really fast for me. So I think going in the off season, having those 2 games under my belt, like knowing what it's like, knowing what kind of passes I need to make and the reads I need to make. Like on JV, there wasn't much reads to have. Like you just threw the ball to your best guy. So like those two games that I did play in really like it shocked me like how much you really need to read the defense and watch that film because it's really critical once you get out there. So
When you think about where you've come from, where you've been, there's a lot of great people in your life I know that have got you to where you are right now. One of them's pointing the camera right back at us. We got multi-cam going on.
Yeah.
Walk me through your role models, the people that have been there and the people you're going to shout out.
Yeah, my dad for sure. Like he got me into this game. Like first grade, started tackle football. My first coach. Yeah, just taught me a lot of what I know about the game now. He's still teaching me stuff. Like we're thrown in the driveway, and he's show me like what I'm doing wrong, and it means a lot. And then I also mentioned my 2 mentors, John Dorsack and Ted Street. They both are really really good mentors to me, and yeah, I just take a lot of wisdom from them because they have a lot to give. So yeah.
Cody, we're fans, man. There's no doubt. We're going to be watching. We're excited for you, and certainly you got fans in us for the rest of your life.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all your success. Best of luck to you, and we will see you around. Ladies and gentlemen, Louisville QB1 Cody Saylor. Back after this.
Yeah, we getting all fired up, getting ready for the players when they line up. Think it's time we go and get them lights up. Let them high school lights ignite us. Cause we fighters coming with a hut like this, coming with a pick 6 like that. Gonna be a showdown so big. Think it's time for football night to impact.
All the scores, the most highlights, the great clips, overtime report, Friday nights on 21 Sports.
High school football is everything.
Here are the Pella windows you made. You chose the style, you approved the design. You decided which innovative features were going to fit your lifestyle, your climate. You chose the financing plan that was right for your budget. You decided when you wanted it done. And you enjoyed the peace of mind that comes from some of the best warranties in the industry. And you did all this easily because you called Pella.
Now through September 12th at Sheely's, $100 off a $1,000 purchase with a donation to United Way, plus 12-month special financing. Take an extra 10% off favorites by Smith Brothers, Decorest, England, FlexSteel, Ultra Comfort, and Lancer, plus handcrafted solid wood furniture from Maven. Shop special purchases store-wide, including recliners, sofas and sectionals, beds, and dining sets. Find the perfect Beauty Rest mattress for your best night's sleep. More ways to save now through September 12th. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
Oh, sorry, Rob.
Sorry.
We're back. We were having off the cup conversation. We are here at the Town Tavern in Louisville. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got 3 interviews in the bag, but none of them more important than this guy. First-year head coach here of the Louisville Leopards, Jake Adkins. Welcome, Coach.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Wow. I mean, I know that you're a lifer here in Louisville. You played in the program. You've coached at seemingly every level. For you to get the call of this is, I got to be a dream job for you. What was it like?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a dream come true. Growing up here, playing football here as a player, and then obviously coaching under a lot of great coaches here. I was blessed to have that teaching of the game coming up through the program. And, you just want to try to emulate those good coaches that you have and give back to the kids, the way that I received. Being a part of a program like this is amazing. And I'm just humbled to be in the position I am to lead our kids. So.
When you think about humbling, your offensive line comes to mind. I mean, you've got 5 big boys, 2 D1 commits.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be nice that the cupboard wasn't bare when you walked through that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, when I first took over back in the late winter, it was so evident how committed the kids were. And that's just a testament to what was done before. But, great group of kids. They want to be coached hard. They show up to work every day, united, and they just want to win. So as a coach, you want to just deliver for them and guide them in the right direction. So, but yeah, a lot of great upperclassmen that came back this year, even some underclassmen that played significant time last year as sophomores. So it was huge to get them back as juniors with already playing experience under their belt. So just a really good situation to be in for sure.
As someone who wore the leopard on the side of your helmet, it's got to be, I would imagine, easier to connect with these guys because you know what they went through in the town that they're going through.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was one of the things that, I can do well. I can relate to the players, as you said. Growing up here, you understand what the expectation is. It's a football town. People want to win. And you're just grateful to go out there and wear the blue and white every Friday and every chance that you get. So,
Coach, DJ talked about, I'm going to call it the cheat code in the offensive line that you've got this year. But, as a first-year head coach, obviously you've got plans for the future. What does the youth look like, junior high level look like coming up this way? Because you've got a lot of weight that you gotta replace here soon.
Yeah, for sure. Our youth program is Little Leopards. It's been around for many, many years. We've seen a drop in our numbers, but overall, we're still able to support, a youth program with 4th and 5th grade, 6th and 7th grade playing. A lot of great coaches down there. We're always looking to get the numbers up. One of the great things we did recently in the last couple of years was we did add an 8th grade team. Where it allowed us to kind of go out and play some other teams. And I think that's just important in terms of letting the kids see another opponent a whole year earlier. They would play Little Leopards till freshman year. They'd get to freshman year and it's like, oh, now we got to go play another team. They're playing in-house amongst each other, so much. So I think getting that 8th grade team started is huge. And then obviously we're looking to kind of expand on that, maybe do a 7th grade team next year. But you're right. I think you got to build it from the ground up. The youth is so important. It's that first time those kids get a taste of what football is. Yeah. So if you can make that positive, I think that's a really big deal. So looking forward to our youth for sure.
Coach, some coaches come into a new program and they come in cold. They don't have the history that a guy like you does. You've played here, you've coached here. When you take over as the head guy, what's that first message to the program? What's that first message to the kids when you stand in front of them in the locker room?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of continuing the mission, right? There's been so many great players and teams and coaches that have come before us and kind of laid the groundwork. We've been good for a long time because of all that, the people that came before us. So I think understanding, and honoring the past, but then, understanding that, hey, now the torch is ours. It's our job to take the next step. And I think that's important. And I think our kids have really bought into that. They're starting to understand, it's theirs now, especially the senior group. Not a big senior class, but I believe it's the right seniors for sure.
I'm always interested when I see the Louisville schedule you guys never back down to anybody. You'll play anybody in a parking lot, on the moon, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Walk me through that mentality. Why is that so important, not just for football schedules, but for life, as I'm sure you've lived?
Yeah, for sure. That's just the mentality that we've had, in our program for a long time. And, one of the things that we preach to our kids is, you can control the things that you can control. You hear coaches say that a lot. But one of the things we're big on is, effort, attitude, and the right of intent. If you can show up and possess those qualities every day, you're going to give yourself a chance, right? And I think it extends beyond football and life, that if you can show up and do those things every day, you're going to give yourself a chance to be successful. So we try to emulate that into football, and I think it carries over well with our kids.
Last question I have for you. I mean, when you think about Louisville, you think about the tradition, the heritage, all that stuff. You think about role models, especially within the community. For you, who are some of those role models, those people that you looked up to on the way up, and how are you able to kind of put that on your shoulders now as the lead dog, the CEO of the football team?
I mean, put me on the spot. I'm going to forget a couple. Just some that come to mind. I would say Jeff Kudo, great role model, great man. Just always taught football the right way, but not just the X's and O's, the off the field stuff. He was actually a freshman coach in our program for a long time and helped just build, as you mentioned, the lower levels of our program, and it got guys ready to play on Friday night. John Rill was another one, was a head freshman coach here for a really long time. Guys like John DeMarco, Matt Benson, Troy Davis, Coach Farah, all those guys played a role in kind of molding me as a player, and I just try to take as many of those ideas as I can and kind of form my own. So just been really blessed to have the coaches that I've had over the years, and ultimately, like I said, you just want to try to give that back to the kids in a better way.
Coach, we can't appreciate your time enough. We know you got to get ready for Ursuline tomorrow, so we thank you for coming out here, spending some time, letting us have you guys, and your Hall of Famer, by the way.
Yes, absolutely. Congrats to Bob again. Well-deserved honor. For sure.
Coach, thank you very much. Good luck to you the rest of the season.
Yes, appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank
Coach
you.
Jake Atkins.
We'll
We'll be back right after this. More Zone coverage. Picks are coming. Back after this.
Now through September 12th at Sheely's, $100 off a $1,000 purchase with a donation to United Way, plus 12-month special financing. Take an extra 10% off favorites by Smith Brothers, Decorest, England, FlexSteel, Ultra Comfort, and Lancer, plus handcrafted solid wood furniture from Maven. Shop special purchases store-wide, including recliners, sofas and sectionals, beds, and dining sets. Find the perfect Beauty Rest mattress for your best night's sleep. More ways to save now through September 12th. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
First thing that really struck me was, of course, the passion the YSM team had of sports. But what really stood out was the respect they seem to show every program in the area. There seemed to be no bias, and I truly admired that. You got to work hard for what you get. You're not going to win a beauty contest around here. You got to put the work in northeastern Ohio, and YSM certainly does that and kind of personifies the area. My name is Super Dave O'Malley, and my sports network is your sports network.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun. It all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric. From replacing a light fixture in your home to building a substation for your business, no job is too big or too small. The people of Joe Dickey Electric power them all. Joe Dickey Electric, over 60 years of powering the Mahoning Valley.
Now through September 12th at Sheely's, $100 off a $1,000 purchase with a donation to United Way, plus 12-month special financing. Take an extra 10% off favorites by Smith Brothers, Decorest, England, FlexSteel, Ultra Comfort, and Lancer, plus handcrafted solid wood furniture from Maven. Shop special purchases store-wide, including recliners, sofas and sectionals, beds, and dining sets. Find the perfect Beauty Rest mattress for your best night's sleep. More ways to save now through September 12th. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Town Tavern.
I'm out here fixing my hair.
CYA. Cover your associates in that case. Welcome back to the Town Tavern. DJ Yoakley, Sammy, the Bull Torres, the Professor Greg McAfee, and the legend himself. Always seen, always heard. Braylon Hurd joins us, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, 4 great interviews. Excited. I mean, we got a head coach, we got a Hall of Famer, we got 2 guys that are probably going to be Hall of Famers. it's unbelievable here in Louisville.
Yep.
Obviously, the trends are always up and to the right, but first impressions for some of those. I mean, that's second, third impressions for Trevor, but for Cody Zalen.
I mean, we came here last year, and it was. I mean, the atmosphere here is always fun. It's always good to learn about the Leopards, what they're doing year in and year out. Great to meet Coach Atkins. Great to meet QB1. It's a fun time here in Louisville.
Tammy?
I mean, I think I'm going to get some fans here, but Louisville arguably has my favorite colors in the light blue and dark blue. So I love coming out here for that. I'm a Carolina blue guy, but no, outside of that, I'm always in awe of the culture. I'm always in awe of how, everybody talks about a football town. We're a football town. This is a football town. This is what it should look like. That's why I love talking to the guys, talking to the players.
Ray, I know you were over there having a conversation with the Hall of Famer. What impressed you?
Oh man, just like he said, the football town and just the culture of the area. I wasn't too familiar, but now just seeing this and speaking with everyone, it's just awesome.
Welcome to the Bill, as they say.
I'll tell you what, my standard now is Lewis, not Louis. It's always going to be Lewis. I don't care about the town of Kentucky. It's Lewis.
Don't tell that to ChatGPT. Doesn't know what the hell you're talking about. We are on to everybody's, most people's favorite time of the show, our most hated, because we get yelled at constantly. It doesn't matter which way we go. We're making somebody upset. It is pick time right here. Rob has been disqualified because I can't see him, I can't hear him. So we're going to have him mail in his picks via carrier pigeon at some point to get those in. But right now we've got a tie for the lead. These two gentlemen over here tied for the lead. Ray and I are in second place, and somehow Rob ends up in third, thanks to Mike Swinehart. I just don't think Swiney likes you, but that's okay. That's all right. Let's get it started. Kick started tomorrow, boys. Friday the 28th. We've got Cardinal Mooney 1-0 against Garfield Heights. That is a 5 p.m. start, so we're getting literally kick started early. Mooney favored by 28. Let's start with the Mooney grab.
Yeah, so Garfield Heights struggled a little bit late with that Canfield team. Just survived, a struggling Canfield team. I feel this year. Cardinal Mooney, I don't think is going to struggle at all with Garfield, so I think it's going to be Cardinal Mooney.
28 points.
Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, he's doing that. He's married to it alone too. I'm going to go with Mooney as well. I think 28 points is probably about right in that range. I mean, you don't want to shove anybody's nose in it because you still want to put them on the schedule later on. But I think Mooney's got a lot to prove. They're going to prove it tomorrow early on a Friday night.
5 p.m. start, 6:15 finish. Give me Mooney by a lot.
Vince Gentile, Braden Bryant, Brady Desmond. This Mooney team is loaded. Give me the Cardinals by more than 28.
Guys, the second game on our docket is one of the top games on the bill. It's 1-0 Brookfield, 1-0 Springfield. Springfield by 17. That's a lot. That's a lot of Alex Caldwell. We talked about him earlier. Greg, what do you got?
Alex Caldwell made a name for himself last year. He continued it in week 1. I think he's going to continue it moving forward. I really like this Tigers team. I think they cover this 17-point spread.
Since I started on this network, there's been a couple teams that I just can't pick against. Springfield is definitely one of them, but I love this Brookfield team. So I'm going to go against the grain here. I'm going to say Brookfield is going to cover here.
I'm going to ride with you. I was so impressed by, really, you look at what they did. That's not a bad Hubbard team, and they held them to 1 score. I think it's a defensive game. I think 17 is going to be hard to come by either way, by any teams, maybe even combined. I'm taking Brookfield in the points.
I'm going to go Springfield here. I think it'd be a really good game. Brookfield, like you said, is a really great team, but I think Springfield with Caldwell, I think they'll get the win.
Guys, this next game, this is going to be interesting. When you look at 0-1 Canfield taking on a 1-0 Salem, Salem favored by 1. Didn't think we would see that coming into this week. Drew Pastor says, au contraire, mon frère. Look at this. This is a Canfield team that's already banged up, and this could be tough. Looking ahead, Canfield could be 0-2 going into week 3. Salem could be 2-0 with wins over Poland and Canfield. Do you like Salem by 1? Do you like Canfield to cover and get the dub?
You know, again, Canfield struggling a little bit with injuries, but I don't see it happening. I don't see Salem beating Canfield. I don't know. It just doesn't sound right. It doesn't roll off the tongue right. I think Canfield will rebound this week, you know, and get the win here against Salem.
I think there's a lot of concern about the injuries. I really do. I was so impressed with what Salem did last week. That is a good Fulham team.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll with Salem with the win, and obviously by 1.
I mean, this is essentially a pick 'em.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when it comes to a close game, I just like Canfield. They've been there. They've done that. If it's a close game, give me Canfield to pull it out. I'm going with Canfield here.
I'm going to have to split the bill here. I like Salem in this one. I really liked what I saw on tape from last week. Obviously, the injuries, I think, come into play a little bit. But a win over Poland in week 1, that raises the confidence. It raises the level of play. I think Salem follows it up with a win on Friday.
Impressive last week for Columbiana as well, as they're 1-0. They're going to take on Matthews at the Stables, also a 1-0 team. Columbiana favored by 27, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really big spread. Columbiana had an early lead last week against Lowellville. I think they ended up winning by 3 points in the end. Matthews shows up with a big win in week 1 as well. I'm going to take Matthews to cover in this one.
Listen, Matthews can score points. And 27 points is a lot to give a team that's going to put points up themselves. I love you to the coach Notorious B.O.B., but I got to go with Matthews to cover on this one.
I am going to go with the Aeroplanes, the Clippers, because I think that Columbiana saw what they needed to see. They saw it. That's not a bad Lowellville team, guys. No. Not a bad team at all. And I think, I don't want to say Jackson Milton is having an off year, but that wasn't the Jackson Milton that anybody expected. So I'm hoping that was week 1 jitters, but I think Columbiana gets the win by 27 or more.
I think the same thing. I think with that running back they had, Danny Mangiarelli, as their workhorse, right? I think they'll cover that.
A running back, you say?
Oh, yeah.
No way. 0-1 East Canton taking on 1-0 Western Reserve. Reserve went and got a long-distance victory last week. Reserve picked by 28 points, Bray. I mean, that's a lot of points against the East Canton team that has had some struggles as of late.
Yes. Again, I'm going to go Western Reserve here. Yep.
I'm going to go with the Devils as well. It's in the Devil Den. Home opener.
They took the show on the road. Now it's time for home cooking. Give me Western Reserve.
Blue Devils must protect this house. Give me Western Reserve by more than 28.
Boy, is this going to be interesting, this next game. And shocker for yours truly. 0-1 East Palestine, a tough loss to Shady Side last week. Not just a loss. I mean, that was a statement made by Shady Side coming off a 40-6 loss, I think, the year before. You look at East Palestine, there's so much talent there. They're 0-1. Harrison Central, they're going to Harrison Central, which is about an hour and change away. They're 0-1. Harrison Central by 28. I am not picking Harrison Central. I'm taking Palestine, and I'll add to it, I'm taking the win.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, DJ. I think they bounced back from week 1. They watched the tape. They learned from their mistakes, make the fixes they need to. I'm going Bulldogs to win.
Absolutely. Bulldogs here. They got, I think, a gut check last week is how how I'm going to call it. You know, it was a game where a lot of people picked East Palestine to win, including myself. They stumbled out of the gate. They'll get it together. Harrison Central, it's not going to happen this week.
Same thing. I think Shepard had those boys ready to go this week.
QB1 Clark Rutledge is, I've heard there is a mood and there is a storm a-brewing in Bulldog country. So see if they can take it down to Harrison Central with them. On to 0-1 Geneva taking on 1-0 Lakeside. Samuel, Geneva by 33. You like this one?
I'll tell you what, I don't like this one at all. I think that this is a game, again, this is nothing against Geneva. I think Geneva played a really good game last week against a very good Shaker Heights team. This is a Lakeside team that they're basing this point spread on the defense that played last year. They got new uniforms, a new attitude, and they're going to be home. The war for 84 is going to be much closer than 33, so give me Lakeside to cover and give me Lakeside to win.
Oh, look good, feel good, play good, he says.
You know what I do with these Ashtabula teams? I follow Sam Torres. I'll be on my back, carry me to a win. I got to keep these records even here.
Been learning a lot about these Ashtabula guys, so I'm a roll with Torres as well.
I don't want to be that guy, but I'm not going to sit here and let everybody just rack up points or rack down points. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going with Geneva. I mean, 33 points, no matter which way you slice, it's a lot. New Jerseys or not, 33 points is a huge setback. So
I think this game could be one of the biggest, better games on the network tomorrow. I'm telling you guys, don't miss it.
Wow. Okay. All right. 33 points. That's big. That's big. Fly Eagles fly, right?
Fly Eagles fly.
Fly Eagles fly. All right. Hubbard 0-1. 1-0. Howland, another battle in Trumbull County. Hubbard picked by 15. Howland has the win, guys. We're picking Hubbard still after that tough, heartbreaking loss against Brookfield. Greg, what do you got?
I get to call this game tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited. Every time I go to Lombardo Field, I feel like I get a good one. Obviously, Howland gets a huge win to start the season last week over Niles. Hubbard comes out on the losing end against Brookfield. I mean, guys, we got to remember this is a Hubbard team that lost, I believe, 6 of their top 7 yard producers from last year, 4 of their top 5 tacklers from last year. This is a new Hubbard team. It's the replacement experience, and then on the other side, you have a Howland team that's returning 6 starters, and I believe they have a class of about 15 to 20 seniors, somewhere in there. This is a Howland team. Is this the year that Brian Jones turns it around in Warren at Howland High School? I think so. I'm going to pick Howland to cover, and I'm going to pick Howland to win.
I'll tell you what, this is where me and Greg are going to separate a little bit. I love his analysis. I really do. But Hubbard is another one of those teams. I just like the way they show up on Friday night. They come out there, they get the job done. Had a rough outing against a very, very good Brookfield team. I think they're going to get it right, figure out what was working, what didn't work. Give me Hubbard to win this week.
Coach Jones, you keep earning your stripes, man, and I think this is another week for you. I'm taking them to get the dub as well. I'm riding with Howland.
I'm riding with Howland as well. I think they're doing a great job right now. They're rebuilding over there. They got a great middle school program right now, trying to get those kids, to follow suit into high school. I'm going with Howland.
I like it. All right, Sammy, you're the lone wolf.
I'm lone wolf here, baby.
He's okay with that, I'm sure.
Sammy's never been the guy that is not okay being a lone wolf. On to the next game. We have, Kirtland. I want to know Kirtland taking on an 0-1 Poland team, guys. Kirtland by 33. We all knew that week 2 could spell trouble for Poland. And right now, you look at this. This is a potential 0-2 start to a team that was supposed to go in some brackets 9-1 on the season. Kirtland is a force. I don't think I'm shocking anybody here. Do you feel like the Bulldogs are going to be able to bounce back? Can they cover that 33 points, right? 33 points? Or can they get the outright win and go 1-1 going into week 3?
I mean, everyone knows who Kirtland is. They're a powerhouse year in and year out. A scary team is a motivated Poland team. After a loss to Salem in week 1, I think they fixed the mistakes. I think they bounce back. I'm going to pick the Bulldogs to cover.
Poland spent the entire season last year trying to show people that they were for real. Nobody believed it from week 1 all the way to week 10. And, they're going up against a team that Poland, you can do the same thing this week. Kirtland took the show on the road, went to Columbus last week, and absolutely smashed Taft. So you go out there, get the job done, Poland, you're back in the conversation. You're going to be back in the conversation. Give me Poland to cover and win this game.
I'm going to go Poland, too. I mean, I think 33 is a big stretch. As I understand, there's no Laverty's. I mean, Kirtland says no problem. I can respect that. But I think watching the Coach's Corner today with Coach Babb, he sees this as an opportunity. And I love how calculated he always is. And not just in his interviews, but on the field. I'm going to take Poland.
Yeah, I think they figure it out this week. That's not your typical Poland, losing to Salem, things like that. I think they figure it out, and I'm going to take Poland to cover here.
1-0 LeBray taking on 0-1 Pymatuning Valley. LeBray favored by 2. This one could be one of the bigger games on the night for YSN. Pymatuning Valley getting it taken to them by Coach Andy Hake in the Mineral Ridge Rams. LeBray coming off a big win. How do you feel about the Vikings?
I think I tell you what, Latonia had them, but they did a great job, finishing off the game.
LeBray, yeah. No, you're
excuse
good.
me, I'm thinking
You're
of
good.
Lisbon.
Yeah,
but
that's okay.
yes, but with LeBray here, I'm gonna take LeBray for the win.
LeBray got
Yep.
49-0, right? Something like that. Yeah. So LeBray, they took care of business. I got you. Don't worry. I'm gonna take LeBray as well. I mean, Sam, I warned you that Mineral Ridge was a force. I didn't think that they were gonna be able to do that. I don't think anybody's ever done that to a Pymaterian Valley team. I think LeBray gets a win by 2, maybe a little more.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I think Pymaterian Valley last week, they got a bit of a gut check. Coach Andy Hake, I love that guy. I love the way he gets his guys to play. I knew it was going to be a tall task. I thought it was going to be closer than that. It wasn't. Pymaterian Valley hasn't gone 0-2 at home since you had to have a dial-up modem to get on the internet. And it ain't going to happen this week. Give me Pymaterian Valley. It's time for the Lakers to bounce back.
Wait, you guys don't have dial-up modem? Craig, what do you got?
I got the Vikings by more than 2 in this one as well. I really like what they did in week 1. I think they continued that in week 2.
I love it. We're going to take a break. When we come back, boy, we got some games to cover. Talk about gut checks. Crestview trying to make a gut check recovery at home. We'll find out who the guys pick right after this on Zone Coverage presented by Youngstown Clothing Company.
The environment in the hospital can be very intense for a patient. Being able to put a smile on their face brightens up my day. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is nursing. What I love about studying nursing is that it takes you out of the classroom and into the lab. It's really hands-on. The professors here push you to be your absolute best, so if you want it, you gotta work hard for it. I am so excited about my future. I'm Shantiana, and I am why I'm proud.
Students come to Westminster with goals as unique as we are. Some know the career we want, some know the major we want, and for some, the goal is figuring it out. But no matter how we get here, we all graduate the same way, ready to succeed.
There are 4 members of GoldenStringRadio.org that works for your sports network. Super Dave, Kristen, Scotty, and myself. And if you love our work at Golden String, Isle, and Purple Cat, you are going to love the soon-to-be-open Gaba Camp out at Barbara Casey's Ranch in Coatesville Township. It has all the nice, beautiful scenery, will feature cabins, and a whole lot of other great outdoor stuff. I'm Radar Pavlov, and my sports network is your sports network.
A better night's sleep starts at Sleepy Hollow Sleep Shop. Discover luxury sleep solutions for any budget with a carefully curated gallery of premier mattresses from leading manufacturers, including Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, CertaPerfect Sleeper, Beautyrest Black, and more, all under one roof. Plus, enjoy exclusive closeout savings on select mattresses up to 50% off. Free delivery, setup, and removal on most makes and models. Only at Sleepy Hollow Sleep Shop.
Sleepy Hollow, locally owned since 1979.
How did you sleep last night?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Town Tavern here in Louisville. DJ Yoakley, the main man, Braylon Hurd with you, Sammy the Bull Torres, and of course we got the professor, Mr. Gregory McAfee. Rob Johnson is on the 1s and 2s back there. Robbie, thank you so much for all your hard work back there, setting up everything, making sure all our interviews are here. And we've got a great, great Louisville crowd that's with us here tonight at the Town Tavern. Guys, back to the picks. I mean, 0-1 versus 0-1. I don't think any of us saw this coming. A Lakeview team going to Crestview. The View, as they say, the Ville here. It's the View there. And Crestview favored by 17 after a very, very, very tough loss to Beaver Local, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the Rebels go up against a tough team in week 1 in Beaver Local. Reach where, sophomore quarterback slinging the ball all over the place. 17 points is a lot in my eyes. I think Lakeview is going to be a motivated team after that loss to Springfield. I'm going to take Lakeview to cover in this one.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to this game. You know what I mean? It's two conferences going against each other. It's two teams trying to dust themselves off. I like Lakeview. I like the Bulldogs. The same thing I said about Hubbard. I like the way that they show up on Friday night. So give me Lakeview to show up and get it done.
When you're talking about 0-1, Coach Perry could not have planned for that. I think that he felt good going into that Beaver Local game. I think he doesn't feel good walking out of it, and I think the troops are going to be ready. The shock troops are ready. They're being deployed, and I think that Crestview comes away with this one. I'm riding with the Rebels.
I'm riding with you as well. I'm going Crestview here.
Bray goes with the Rebs. I'm going to go down to 1-0 Liberty. My dude, Dwan Moody, was on the show earlier this week. My goodness. 6 tutties, boys. 6 tutties. Without a doubt, I would argue, at least in the running, for Player of the Week. He's up for big dogs, as I understand it, so we'll see if he pulls that home. But Liberty goes up against an 0-1 Niles team. Liberty favored by 30. Is the number too big?
I don't think so. I think Moody can get another 6 touchdowns against Niles here. So I'm going Liberty, man. Moody's a real deal. Real deal.
I think everybody here would be okay with you rolling with the Leopards. I'm going to roll with the Leopards as well. I think Moody's on for a big season, boys. He's making a statement.
The only people who are going to be more Moody than DeJuan on Friday are the defensive coordinators he's going up against. That dude is the real deal Holyfield. Give me Liberty.
Moody, one of my favorite players to watch in this area each and every week. It happened last year. It's going to happen again this year. Give me the Leopards by more than 30.
Guys, this next one is going to be interesting. You got Lindsley, which is basically like a prep school in West Virginia, okay? They're going up against 1-0 Girard in Arrowhead Stadium. When you think about Girard, everybody's got their eyes peeled for everything about it. I mean, there's so many weapons on that offense. There's so much stout on that defense that it would make any bar jealous. I mean, you sit there and you wonder, how good is Girard? Well, they're going to be going up against guys that are potentially 20 years old in this prep team. And I wish I was exaggerating. I've been there when Mooney did it. Okay? So it's not applicable. There's no spread. I'm going to go Girard, and I think they're going to pour it on. This is their statement game. Give me the Indians.
I'm going to go Girard as well. Again, they're just loaded with talent on both sides of the ball. I'm going to go Girard.
Listen, they're a prep school. You can't prep for the best quarterback in Northeast Ohio. Give me Girard by a lot.
You know, this Lindsley team doesn't have just one Pearson to worry about. It has 2. Ian Pearson shows up 15 tackles last game. There's another one in the pipeline. There's one on the sidelines. Give me Girard.
Guys, we were at Lisbon last week for this particular show. Lisbon showed up. They get the win. They're eating the spaghetti, not serving it. 1-0, going on the road to an 0-1 Louisville team. Louisville put up a fight. Wasn't enough, but they're picked by 16 points, favored over Lisbon. Greg, when you see that, you got to see the Blue Devils right live and in person. Do you think the Rockets are able to get off the launch pad?
I like what Lisbon did last week against Latonia. I really like what Louisville did late against Columbiana. Daniel Huff, 3 touchdowns in the second half. 16 points, I think, is a lot of points. So I'm going to take Lisbon to cover in this one.
Sammy?
You know, Lisbon surprised me last week. They played a really good game against an improved Latonia, but this week I'm a Rocket fan. Give me Louisville.
3 picks for Grant Miner last week. I don't think that happens again. I'm going to go with the Lisbon Blue Devils.
Yeah, Lisbon, like I spoke about earlier, they did a great job finishing off that game, but I don't think they'll be able to handle Louisville this week, so I'm taking Louisville.
Oh, split the ticket. I like it. All right, we go Lisbon, Louisville, Lisbon, Louisville. Okay, Rob, you get to be the bad guy, so figure that out. Mineral Ridge 1-0. We talked about them with a big win over Pontotoning Valley. They go against United to Hanoverton to play a 1-0 United team. Mineral Ridge by 4. Guys, this one could be the game of the night.
Pretty much a straight pick 'em. I mean, we talked about it at the beginning of the show. It's one of the games that sticks out to me on this week's slate. I have a hard time going against Andy Hake. Give me the Rams in this one.
70-plus kids on that team. I'm not picking against them until I'm proven wrong. Give me Mineral Ridge.
I couldn't stop him today earlier on the show. I don't think United's going to be able to stop his team tomorrow night. I'm taking Ridge.
Taking Ridge as well.
Clean sweep across the board, boys. That doesn't mean we don't believe in United. It just means that I think Mineral Ridge right now feels like they've got something to prove.
100%.
So I'm excited to see that game. I think it's going to be a great game. Would not surprise me if it went either way. On to the next one, 1-0. And by God, 1-0, Newton Falls. Did they put on a show against Wellsville? I think the most points maybe in the last 3 decades for Newton Falls. So congratulations to them, 1-0. 0-1 Jackson Milton, Newton Falls by 1. I'll start it off, Newton Falls.
Listen, jersey pick. I'm going with the blue and the black. Give me Jackson Milton to take this one.
Wow.
Straight pick 'em. I really like Newton Falls in this one. Chase Blanche, young quarterback over there, had a really good week 1. I think he continues week 2. I don't do this often, but give me Newton Falls.
I'm going to go Newton Falls as well. I think Chase Clon should build on that last week. He had 6 for 6, 172, 151 rushing yards. He'll build on that. Have another great week.
My man knows his running back stats. We told you. Sammy, you're once again the lone wolf.
I'm loving it.
1-0 South Range taking on an 0-0 Jeanette. This is week 1 for Pennsylvania. We're going to Jeanette, buddy. What are you looking for?
Listen, where do I start with this South Range team, man? I mean, just ton of talent all over the place, speed, tough. I'm going with South Range.
Terrell Pryor, no Terrell Pryor. Good night, sweet Prince. The Jayhawks are going down.
Listen, the Raiders are known to go on the road and take what's theirs, and they're going to do it again this week.
Jeanette used to be one of those teams. They're not one of those teams anymore. Give me the Raiders in this one. Give me the Raiders by a lot.
Jeanette, one of the all-time winningest programs in the Whitfield, by the way. I think third.
Yeah.
I mean, the first is Alaquippa. I mean, that's pretty good right there to be in that company. On to 0-1 Southeast taking on 1-0 Grand Valley. Southeast favored by 5. Guys, Southeast put up a fight last week. We thought they would. Sammy, what do you like about this one?
Luke Giddings and Caden Rowland combined for 5 rushing touchdowns last week. When they weren't on the offensive side of the ball, Luke Giddings, a punt block, a forced fumble. Caden Rowland with like 9 tackles. This is a Grand Valley team that is for real. People are still not ready to give them the look that they deserve. Give me Grand Valley to cover this one.
Give me the Mustangs in this one by more than 5.
I'm going to go with Grand Valley as well.
I'm going to go. Why do I believe in the Pirates? Why do I believe in the Pirates?
Because you're a Range guy.
I'm in. Beautiful colors. I like the colors. Great color scheme. I'm going with the Pirates. I'm going the next game, 0-1 Struthers, taking on 0-1 JFK team. Struthers by 7.
You taking Struthers by 7?
No, yeah, they have Struthers by 7.
Struthers by 7. I'm going to go with JFK here. It's a kid's name, Al Howard. Had a great week last week. 177 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. I'm going to go JFK over Struthers.
I'm riding with JFK too. Tough week 1, but I think they bounce back in week 2.
Listen, they're 0-1, but don't forget who they had in week 1, all right? The G-Men are really, really good. Really, really good at football. I think the Eagles bounce back in a big way. Give me JFK.
There's one team I always, pick when JFK plays them, and that's Garfield. I got JFK this week.
Clean sweep across the board for the Eagles. All right, boys, we got to be careful. They're talking, but as soon as we say they're going to figure it out. It's 0-1 Ursuline. Tough loss to the Sales last week. Playing 1-0 Louisville. Ursuline by 22. That's the pick right now. Ursuline by 22. I got it. I'm going with the Ville.
I think Ursuline will bounce back this week. They're going to play tough, have a better week, but I think I'm going to go Louisville on this one.
Louisville,
yep.
I'll tell you what, Ursuline by 22, I understand, very, very talented. But behind that line, I would have a shot at Big Dog of the Valley.
Let's go.
All right? So give me Louisville, not to just cover, but to win this one, folks.
You know my zone coverage policy. I don't pick against the home team wherever we go. Give me the Leopards by 1 billion.
Jeez. Remember, we're still from Youngstown. Jeez, Greg. Come on. 0-1 Valley Christian. Tough L on Saturday against 0-1 Campbell Memorial. Campbell Memorial by 2, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, I think McDonald is one of those unknown teams. And they obviously, Eagles had a tough sledding in week 1. They go against the Campbell Memorial team in week 2 here. Pretty much a straight pick 'em. I'm going to go with Valley Christian in this one. I think they figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a close game here. I love Valley Christian. I love what they're doing there. But I've seen with my own 2 eyes that Campbell Memorial, Sioux City, in a close one, can get the job done. Give me Campbell Memorial.
Coach Agresta, I did not see a loss like that coming. I think we were all kind of trying to figure out what McDonald had, what they were. I'm going to go with the Eagles in this one. I just think that it's a bounce back opportunity for them on a Friday night under the lights. What do you got?
I'm going to go Valley Christian here. I think they'll have a few more athletes, more than Campbell, to pull it off for them. So I'm going to go Valley Christian.
All right. And on to the next one. Only a few left. We've got 0-1 Van Loo coming to Latonia, where it'll be under the lights, unlike last year in a cornfield, Field of Dreams style. Latonia favored by 36. Boy, oh boy, 7 points last week, 36. And they're picked to win. Are there scumbags among us?
You know, Latonia went on the road last year. They came away with the victory. They get to protect the home field this year. Give me Latonia by more than 36.
Bears.
The Bears.
I'll tell you what. Latonia last week figured some things out. They figured out what didn't work. Lisbon is a very good football team, showed it last week. Latonia struggled a little bit. That's a lot of points. The Bears are hungry. Give me Latonia to cover.
I'm going to preface this. Latonia wins this game. 36 is a bunch.
Where's that bag?
That is a lot of bananas. I love you, Latonia. Nick Safara, you're my guy. I'm picking Van Loo just because 36 is a lot.
Van who?
Van Loo.
Yeah, I'm going to go Van Loo as well. I think Latonia defense. Strong defense. They were tough, but offensively, they just couldn't figure it out. And like you said, 36 is a lot of points for Latonia to score. Going Van Loo.
Hour-long ride, and we both were the entire time. I don't know about this Van Loo. I don't know. Next game is Edgewood, 1-0, taking on 1-0 Harvey. Harvey picked by 9, Samuel Torres.
So Harvey is a team out of Paynesville that has gotten significantly better in the offseason. They've got some new guys on their team this year that made big plays at the school that they played for last year. They were already talented to begin with. Edgewood came out against St. John last week, get the job done by 33, struggled a little bit in the beginning. I'm taking Edgewood not to just cover, but to win this game outright. I love J.J. Dufour as a quarterback. He is a leader of men. He gets it done on the ground, in the air. Edgewood, give me Edgewood by 3 touchdowns.
Edgewood.
What he said.
Yeah, I'm going to go Edgewood as well.
Last Friday night game that we have coverage of, we'll pick 0-1 Jefferson, 1-0 Conneaut. Conneaut by 14, Sam.
Conneaut went out in week 1 on the road against Cuyahoga Heights, who has been in the playoffs every single year for like the last 6 years, and got the job done. I talked about the receiving core that Conneaut has. They've got 5 pass catchers that can do it at any given time. Isaiah Bowles struggled a little bit in that week 1. He's going to have to pick it up. Jefferson goes out there, throws for 213 yards. Mason Khalil is a real deal quarterback. The spread on this one, Conneaut by 14. It is Conneaut opening their brand new turf. All right, there's going to be a lot going on there. I think this game is going to be closer than 14. Conneaut to win, Jefferson to cover.
Give me Conneaut by more than 14. I think the atmosphere is going to be up. The energy is going to be up. Opening a new stadium. Give me Conneaut by more than 14.
I'm going to go Conneaut with this one as well. The energy will be there. Go Conneaut.
Guys, I'm feeling a little funky. Give me the Dirty Birds. Give me the Falcons, baby. All right, on to our Saturday game. We've got Fairport Harding taking on Ashtabula of St. John. 0-1. Fairport Harding by 22, Mr. St. John.
Listen, Drew, you've got old information, my friend. 22 points for Fairport Harding? I don't think so. Give me the Heralds. Home opener by 22. St. John to win this one. Yeesh.
They're the highlight of the night on Saturday night. Give me the Heralds.
I'm riding with the Heralds.
I'm with you guys.
Yeah! We will be back to wrap things up right after this. Thanks to all the people here at the Town Tavern. Rob Johnson on the ones and twos doing an excellent job. Back after this on Zone Coverage.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey Electric because we are everything electrical.
No matter what time of year, it's always a great time to shop at Sheely's. Create the perfect home with a full lineup of appliances from Whirlpool. From stocking your fridge to cooking for family and friends and even cleaning up afterwards, Whirlpool offers solutions for any occasion. Whatever life brings, these washer and dryer pairs help keep laundry under control. And as always, get it all with free haul-away and free local delivery. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
Students come to Westminster with goals as unique as we are. Some know the career we want, some know the major we want, and for some, the goal is figuring it out. But no matter how we get here, we all graduate the same way, ready to succeed.
Toyota of Warren, trusted to get you into your dream ride since 1996. And winner of Carfax's top-rated dealer award 6 years in a row. We've got great trucks, an experienced finance team, and the ease of Toyota Care's no-cost maintenance on all new Toyotas. Find yours with us today at
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to say goodbye, but before we do that, I want to send a shout out to Troy Davis here of Louisville. Unbelievable. TD, always making it happen for us. There's so many great leopards here, so many great stories. We're all looking forward to breaking some bread with them and sharing the stories. Thank you, Louisville. Terry Horn, Athletic Director. Rob Johnson, who does everything for us. His beautiful daughter, who does just as much as Rob, but he won't give her credit. Thank you guys for everything. Yep. I mean, it's a trek, but it's worth the trek.
Absolutely, 100%.
Right? So thank you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Youngstown Clothing Company for supporting what we do on every Thursday basis. Get out there, support your local athletes. Make sure that you're not worried about the spread. You're worried about getting your eyes on the product and supporting these kids. On behalf of all of us here for Zone Coverage, presented by Youngstown Clothing Company. We'll see you next week live on Zone Coverage. Bye-bye.
If the road runs out, we'll follow the sound. If the scoreboard flips, we'll still stick around. Names in the paper, faces in the frame. Different little towns, but we bring the same flame. Take
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network. For stories, stats, and more, go to YSN.